Righto, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the auction at 28 Nixon Street. When I spoke with the owners regarding the property, and I'd firstly like to thank the owners for allowing us to market what is such a beautiful home indeed. When I said to them we'll set a date for the 18th of June, I knew it would be a beautiful sunny day, of course, as the prediction, and of course we've got a beautiful day today. So again, I thank you for your turnout. You've all been holed up in your houses probably for the last 3 weeks with all the rain, and again, so I really appreciate you coming out today. See a few old faces in the crowd as well. It's been like a reunion this afternoon, but again, I welcome you also to the auction here at 28 Nixon. So in the crowd, of course, you see Millie Smith. Now, Millie Smith's got an important role today, as always, by the way, Millie, but not only is Millie live streaming the auction on a platform called Anywhere Auctions, she's also taking the bids from the registered bidders that we've got online. Now, it's probably going to be a weird one, I reckon, today, ladies and gentlemen, because most of the buyers that we've got here today are actually registered online. So, of course, again, if you're here to bid as well, you'll be probably one of the few that are actually bidding at the property. So again, thank you, Millie Smith there, Anywhere Auctions platform. It's a great platform indeed. Bidding online, we can then, what we do is DocuSign the contract, get the buyers to sign it, get the vendors to sign it, and then go straight through to your conveyancers, and away we go, and it's sold just like that. I remember we did 5 through the height of COVID there, Millie. And I think we sold all 5, of course. 4 of those were sight unseen. And what was I doing on the 5th?
Having a whiskey.
I was indeed. That's what you do when you're at home and you're calling auctions. You can have a nice single malt scotch there, and it was only for the throat though, wasn't it, Millie?
Sure was.
And of course, I've got in the crowd a Cooper Rig out the back. Coolest name in real estate, by the way, Cooper Rig. Absolutely, what a name. Jeez, I'm thinking about changing mine. But I've got Cooper there. Cooper's just completed the novice auctioneer course, so you'll see him proudly sporting his auction pin. So congratulations to you, Cooper, and look forward to you calling many more. I think you got a couple next week, in fact. Brilliant. Waiting for Paul Cunnington. He's always fashionably late, of course, and that's Paul. He'll probably be arriving just as we knock the hammer down, I would imagine, and that's generally Paul as well. So again, thanks for coming. So the auction will take part in 3 parts. The first part, of course, will be reading of the contracts. The second part, of course, will be a brief property description, and third and final part. And that's why you're here today, hopefully, and or online, of course, and welcome to my online bidders as well. Thank you, and I should be remiss of me not to welcome you, of course, and hopefully you secure this fantastic property. So the contracts have been prepared by the vendor's conveyancer, Port Phillip Conveying. They read as follows. The agent is, of course, Barry Plant Real Estate. We're selling for on behalf of our vendors. The property is described as Volume 9372, Folio 377, or more commonly known to you and I as 28 Nixon Street in Rosebud. I want to digress for 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, turn to your right and your left. What a beautiful streetscape this is at Nixon Street. Certainly one of the nicest streets in Rosebud. Just to have a look at that beautiful setting there, which is Arthur's Seat. We're only a minute away from Macrae as well. Attached to the contract is the Section 32, which outlines all the council planning zoning information, including certificate of title as well. The vendors here require unconditional sale, whereby a 10% deposit is required upon signing of contracts, and balance of purchase monies 30, 60, 90 and 120 days. A couple of clauses in this one. There's a nominee clause, and the nominee clause says if you're buying in the same name of someone else, you can have them sign the contract and add their name to the contract 14 days prior to settlement. And of course, there's the guarantee clause, and the guarantee clause says if you're buying in the name of a company, we ask you to supply the ABN, the ACN and full company name so you can carry out the duties of said contract. Rules. Had a few rules recently. So I'm going to read these out and then I'm going to digress. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction will be conducted in accordance with all the additional conditions that were made available before the start of the auction, and they were on the kitchen table there. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids once the property is knocked down to the successful bidder. Such a hard word to say. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders upon request. The law prohibits false bidders from disrupting other bidders, and there are fines for said conduct. And the words the rules, however, do permit vendor bids, and the words I'll be using to make a vendor bid, of course, vendor bid, no mystery there. And of course, as the auctioneer by law, I'm the only person that can make a vendor bid. I'm going to digress, getting a bit dry in the mouth there. I'm also going to talk about indicate bidders upon request. And again, I'm looking down the barrel at my registered bidders, of course. First of all, sorry, I just have to brand that as well, if you don't mind. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of indicating bidders upon request and nominating the rise. So if I'm asking for a $50,000 bid and you give me one, don't be surprised when I don't take that bid. Also, again, the way I'll be selling the property today is first, second, third and final call. And when the gavel hits the contract like so, not like my thumb last week, no late bids, ladies and gentlemen. No late bids. Now, I have got what we call post-auction activity. Let me explain to you what post-auction activity is. That a buyer's here today. that cannot bid on the property unconditionally, as my lucky people here are watching the stream. So they're hoping the property passes in, so they can then negotiate post-auction on a conditional basis. So that being said, if you're the last person bidding, past reserve, when I announce it on the market, congratulations, you've secured a beautiful home in a lovely street. Of course, if the property passes in, be sure that you're the last person holding your bid and or bidding online, because then you'll have exclusive rights to negotiate to the vendor's reserve. So be aware, the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, is certainly this. To buy the property, you must bid. Simple as that. I can't be any clearer than that. I want to talk about interest rates at the moment, the elephant in the room. You know what? I was looking at the paper the other day and I saw the interest rate rise, and you know what I saw? 0.85. I was devastated, and it was so low. Ladies and gentlemen, 0.85%, and obviously a retail rate of between 2.5 and 3%. Buy today, lock it in. That is so low. Also, ladies and gentlemen, property prices have gone up 40% in the last 2 years in this area. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be aware the market is in a strong position to support the naysayers. And of course, if you do like me, when I was paying 7% and just kept paying the same amount of money all that time, I'm going to wait for another 20 rate rises, and it's not going to affect me. Also, I look at my buyers that are online today, they've sold. They're in a great position to purchase, ladies and gentlemen. Interest rates mean nothing. So again, I also want to digress on that. If you're looking at selling your property in the area today, go on to realestate.com, sold. And you'll see that Barry Plant has sold the last 5 properties in the area of Rosebud, and 8 out of the last 20. How have we done that when our other agents in the area are listing high to buy the business and then just sitting it on market waiting for a buyer to drop out the sky? Why? It's because we auction. And auction is the #1 way to sell your property. You saw it through the pandemic. Everyone was selling by auction. Well, guess what? It's still a great time, because you know what it is? It's competition, and that's what it brings. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about the home for a second. It's a beautiful home. When I spoke to the owners, they said to me one thing and one thing only. Craig, can you find someone that loves this house as much as we do? And I said, certainly I will. And they're either online today or they're out the front of the property. So of course you can see this beautiful renovation, as you see with those multiple living areas, that beautiful hardwood floor, that lovely coastal decor as well. It's just it's a spectacular home, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a statement piece. I'll say that to you as well. And again, you look at the street and you're seeing a lot of renovations in the area as well. But again, that beautiful decor, even the attention to detail with that beautiful arbor there as well, that fantastic natural tones through all the bathrooms and wet areas, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful on-trend property with a huge 833 square metre block as well. Not offering blocks like that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. You can have your 400 square metres if you want, but this is just shy of a quarter of an acre. Fantastic block. Again, it's an hour from the Melbourne CBD. It's close to everything that Mornington Peninsula offers. Wineries, golf courses, beaches. It's got it all, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why everyone's bugging out of Melbourne to come and live down to this beautiful area. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful home in this beautiful street offers everything, full services connected. And again, you know what you can do? You can close that big gate. It almost looks like a prison gate. It's so big, ladies and gentlemen. You close that gate off, it's purely secure. It's lock up and leave. We're expecting about $650 to $700 a week in rental value, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, it's write your own ticket from a rental perspective for a holiday let. And what we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is people are moving down. There is a rental crisis, I will let you know, in the Mornington, and that's because people are buying what we call Airbnbs and holiday lets, because they are making an absolute squillion out of it, ladies and gentlemen. So again, that's enough from me. It's over to you now. Where do I see a fair and reasonable opening bid here for the property at, of course, 28 Nixon? What if I open it up, maybe? No, I won't. I won't be opening up with a vendor bid, because I've got buyers here who want to buy. What if I suggested $2 million? And you laugh. And it's all the time you laugh. But that's what it's worth in 5 years' time. Buy it cheaper today, ladies and gentlemen. If I don't get any bids, I will pass the property in, because I've got people here that want to buy, albeit post-auction. Millie, just looking at our online bidders now. Who's going to open me up? Look, we've got the quote price at 1.1 to 1.2. How about we do start at 1.2? That'll be a nice even round number for me. At 1.2, we can open it up. First, ladies and gentlemen, remember you've got to hold the bid to buy here.
I've got one 1-1 from Rod.
1-1 from Rod. Welcome to the bidding, Rod. And 1-1 now from Rod. And we're away here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an auction. And we're going to go and rise as a 50 now. At 1-1 now, we're fairly bid. First call at 1-1 now. Looking for a rise at 50 to 115. At 115 is what we're seeking. Sandra, I know you're there. You're watching online. It's against you now. And it's with Rod here. Again, I'll be talking down the barrel now. I know we've got lots of people out here as well. At 1-1 now. 115. Can you come with me now? It's a beautiful home. 833 square metres. Not yet. Remember, you've got to hold the bid. That's the key. If you don't hold the bid, you don't get to negotiate. At 1-1 now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fairly bid on the first call now. I'm going to call it twice. Second call at 1-1 now, looking for a rise at 115 if you don't mind. Millie, seeking instruction there from the iPad if you don't mind. At 1-1 now, we're fairly bid, looking for a rise at 115. Third! Final call, ladies and gentlemen, 1-1, looking for a rise at 115. Sandra, I know you're there. I'm going to slow it down. All you've got to do is put your numbers in the keypad there. At 115, at 1-1 now is what we're fairly bid. Looking for 115. Make it easier for you if you don't mind. At 115, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to vendor bid it at 115 when we got there, and invite you back in for 112 now, if you don't mind, Rod. Vendor bid with me now. You haven't got exclusive rise. Looking for a rise at 12 anywhere. First at 115 on a vendor bid. Second. I need you to come back with me, Rod, to negotiate to the vendor's reserve. I'm seeking to rise at 12 if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not exclusive. Anyone can enter. Opportunity now. Come with me now. I know it's a beautiful home, 833 square metres. Sir, can you come with me now? And or ma'am? Yep. 1 million, sorry, 1 million. I'm on a vendor bid at I'll take a 75, 1175. I'm on a vendor bid at 115. I'm on a vendor bid, just confirm there, Millie. So
1175 from Rod.
1175, they took it from you there. Come back to me now. Take a 10 if you like at 1185. At 1175 now. First call at 11. I'll make it easy for a nice small little $10,000 bid for you. 1175. We're fairly bid online now. At 1185, if you can come with me, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. I'm going to say something to you now. We're on the market. We're taking no late bids. We're selling here today at 1175. Fairly bid to my front. Come with me for 10 now. First. It's a beautiful home, 833 square metres. Millie, I'll seek instruction. Second! 1-1, yep, 85.
Currently at 1175.
At 85 now, sir. Nice small number. At 1185, fairly bid now to my right. At 1185 now. We're selling here today. We're taking no late bids. Ladies and gentlemen, at 1185, it's fairly bid to my right. Rod, come back with me now at 2. Nice round number at 12 now. First call at 1185. Second call at 1185. Third, final call. Rod, I'll slow it right down. 1195, I'll take it. 1195, round me up to 12 if you don't mind. At 1195 now, we're fairly bid to my front. Looks like Rod. They're in Port Douglas, by the way. Imagine the sunshine they're feeling out there. At 1195 now, we're fairly bid. I'm not going to take one, just a tiny little bit. You don't even have to look anymore. This is a beautiful home in a beautiful location. 833 square metres. First. Second. Third. Just 5. Imagine that. What a story. Bought a house for $5,000. That's a great story, isn't it? Take me to 12. It's a beautiful home. What is it going to be worth in 5 and 10 years' time? This is the one. Great location, beautiful streetscape. Come to 12 now, sir. And ma'am. Just another 5 is all I'm asking you for. That's all we're asking, just another 5. Rod, bear with me 1 second. I know you're bidding online. Again, at Port Douglas, what a great place. Sandra, also 1. 1-2, and well done there, we got there. I knew we did. At 1-2 now, we're fairly bid to my front now. A live bidder, a floor bidder, Rod, they're about a metre away from your, cresting your keypad there. At 1-2, we're 1-2-10, well done, good strong bidding, and come back again at 1-2-10. At 1-2-15 if you don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the market here, we're selling, we're taking no late bids. Here we go, calling it 3 times. They're parking in your driveway, sir and ma'am. Let's get the car back in there, let's get the keys. At 1210, correct. First. Second, third, final call at 1215. Was it one? Confirm the bid.
1210.
1210. Sorry, 1210, 1215. How about that? 1215. Great property, beautiful area, great streetscape. Hope you play golf, sir, and do you, ma'am, as well. At 1215 is what we're seeking now. At 1210. At 12. Confirm the bid.
1210 online.
1,210,000. We're bid online now. 1,215,000 is what I'm seeking. You're not out of this. Have a great discussion. It's only another 5,000 is all I'm seeking. At $1,210,000. I'm on a third and final call. I'm taking no late bids, sir and ma'am. Can you come with me for 1,215,000 if you don't mind? I'm asking you nicely now. I'm on a third and final call. Ladies and gentlemen, let's encourage them. Come on. Let's clap them out now. Come on. Let's do it. Let's go here. At please, again, it's only a $5,000 bid is what we're seeking. 1,210,000. I'm going to call it 3 times. When I call it 3 times, we're sold. Look at it. It's beautiful. Those beautiful oak floors, that lovely arbor, imagine that. North-facing aspect, sun through all the living areas, all of the day, all of the time. I'm still waiting on you, Rod. I'm sorry now. I'm going to call it 3 times. First. Second. We'll take the 5. 1,215,000.
So we're at 10, we can add another 5. Yeah.
They will. Congratulate them, ladies and gentlemen. They've added another 5. 1,215,000 now. We're fairly bit to my right. Rod, you've got to come back to me now. At 1,215,000 now.
220 from Rod.
1,220,000. Strong bidding. Come back again. I think they want it. I don't know. But do you want it as much as they do? You've got the whole crowd on your team here. Again, they'd love to see you walk in and sign contracts. And you know what they're going to do? They're all going to wait around for you to put that beautiful red sold sticker on the board as well. At $1,220,000. We're selling here today. We're taking no late bids. First. Second, third, final call, last chance. I'll take a 1. Imagine that. Buying a house for $1,000. Who knew? I'll take a 1. It's only $1,000. It's more fuel to come up and down here every weekend. At $1,220,000, we're on a third and final call. We're selling here today. We're taking no late bids. I'll ask you for one more $1,000 if you don't mind. It's getting quite personal. There's all these people watching you, no other bidders here but yourself. And I've got the bidder online. Sandra, I haven't forgotten about you. At $1,220,000, looking for a 1. Just a 1. It's a tiny 1. $1,221,000 and it's yours. Still discussing. Rod, I'm sorry, they're talking. It's a big decision. I understand it. Only 1,000. This is much easier to do. That's very hard. At $1,220,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we're selling the property. We are taking no late bids. First, second, third, and final call. We're selling. We're selling. One more. Welcome to 28 Nixon. We are sold. Congratulations to our buyers and congratulations to our vendors. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry Plant is your #1 selling auction agent in Rosebud. Make no mistake, if you sell any other way, you're making a mistake.